one thing that's been throughout the entire Guardians is, of course, the music. Everyone's a huge fan of these soundtracks. They're, in fact, the only things that I save to my devices. So that when I lose the internet, that's what I can go to.
Oh, that's good.
Things
That's
cut out,
quite a compliment. Yeah.
I know, it's just when you're underground and you know, it's just like, oh, I've lost it. Guardians, straight on. The songs feel very personal to the characters in each film. You know, you're going to attribute things to each one, but you choose them.
Yep.
So they must have some sort of personal connection to you. You know, we've got themes like breakups, family, pets.
You know what? Some of them do have personal connections to me, but most of them don't. Like, most of them I choose because they're right for the movie. Like, some of these, I've always loved that version of Creep that we have in the movie, so that has some connection to me. I love the, I Will Dare by The Replacement is one of my favorite songs. I kind of snuck it in by my favorite band. And I love, and the Mowgli song played at my wedding, so that means something to me. But most of the songs are just chosen because they really worked really well. That Space Hog song is just, it is outer space. That song is outer space, and it just works so well. The Heart song works because of that song, but those aren't songs that I've had some special connection to over the years. Yeah. It really is me just trying out just hundreds and hundreds of different things to try to find what works exactly for the scene. And it's not easy, especially this movie was the hardest of all three movies.
Wow, okay. And you did say your wedding song was in there. You also snuck your other half into there as well.
Yep, she's in there. Yeah.
How did that one come about? Did you just go, do you fancy this? Or was it like pulling your arm and saying, I want to be in it? Because I mean,
well, Americans don't say fancy, but but yes, to translate, I said, do you fancy this?
Yeah. That's how the wedding came about in the first place, I guess, didn't it? Yeah.
Did you fancy this? Yeah. Forever. For the rest of your life.
I should try that more often because it hasn't worked a day, believe me, James.
That's a big commitment.
Yeah.
I can't remember how it came about, actually. I just, we had such a good time working together on the Peacemaker series that it was like, let's just, she comes out and stays with me the whole time, and I'm like, yeah, and she's a great actor, so it's great.
All the compliments in there. We've ticked every box for you, so you're off the hook.
Yeah.
Some artists are notoriously hard to get a hold of for films, Beastie Boys in particular.
Yes,
and I
that's
thought
true.
That was just an inspired bit of the film, by the way. I mean, I was punching the air when that scene was happening.
Sometimes you have to give the people what they want.
Exactly.
And that's one of those moments. We're like, okay, here we go.
And I was so glad it wasn't Sabotage. That was the main thing for me. I was like, finally, we've not got Sabotage in it, we've got something different in there. But are there any songs across the entire stunning soundtracks? Is there any one that you've had to fight for and been like, no, I'm having that?
I had to fight incredibly hard on the second movie for Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah.
That was an incredibly big fight. He didn't want to give us the song, so it was letters and calling and just begging, and it was very, very difficult to get Mr. Blue Sky. Yeah. Most of them not. Most of them are some notorious people out there, like Fleetwood Mac, not that easy. George Harrison, not his estate, not that easy. But they all love Guardians, so they were great. Same with the Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys gave us the song for the movie, which they sometimes do, but they almost never give you the soundtrack rights, and they gave us the soundtrack rights as well. So I'm grateful to them, but they're supposedly Guardians fans, so it's really cool.
And finally, James, just before I go, Absolute Radio, it's where real music matters. So I think you kind of have that across all of the films, and we do something called Absolute Radio U, where we give a listener a chance to have their own station. This year we had Absolute Radio Kevin. His idea was debut songs. I was wondering what would be on Absolute Radio James Gunn.
Oh, there's nothing I love more than, creating lists of categories of songs. I like, for years and years, I'd been collecting hair metal songs. Mm-hmm. And that's what Peacemaker then was using those songs that I had collected. Right now, I'm doing another soundtrack for another series, which is a very narrow set of songs. So, I'm kind of in that mode right now, which is just a lot of dark cabaret songs and things like that.
Dark cabaret, Absolute Radio, James Gunn. Sounds like a plan.
Perfect.
We'll get you on the station next year.
Okay, great.